Streamers have been criticised for hosting watch parties for the Johnny Depp trial. James Charles has denied he cut his penis off, and Trisha Paytas has been widely criticised for making a video about the recent school shooting in America and using it to talk almost exclusively about Trisha Paytas. All this plus I was supposed to have breakfast this morning, but I was still so full from that serving of pasta I had at Kourtney Kardashian's wedding. Molto bene! On this big session of YouTuber News, hosted by me, Benedict Townsend, and brought to you by PopBuzz, the only website that definitely isn't jealous that Brittany Broski got to meet Harry Styles. Yeah, definitely not jealous at all. Our first story, streamers including Pokimane and Asmongold have been criticised for streaming the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, also known as the longest goddamn trial in human history. Pokimane was specifically called out for using the term watch party in relation to the trial, while Asmongold said, and this didn't make it to the auto cue, but I've got it here. Nope, didn't make it here either. I guess my phone didn't sync the script. Whereas Asmongold reacted quite lightheartedly to what he called people hating on him. Now, you know, some people were saying, hey, it's their right to cover it. Why do news sites get to cover the trial, live stream the trial, while streamers don't? While other people say, hey, it's even pretty weird that the news sites are live streaming this. You know, why are you treating this like a soap opera or a TV show? Why are you getting so invested in this? This is the private lives of two people you've never met. Getting incredibly personal with each other. It's weird that you're all getting so invested in it, which is sort of the opinion I take. I find it incredibly demented the way people have been talking about this trial. And it's so funny, right? So I've been doing this show for years. We've covered all kinds of YouTubers, all kinds of controversies, and basically never get any kind of reaction or backlash from people. YouTubers actually tend to have a pretty good sense of humor about themselves. The only time I've ever had any kind of backlash is the other week when I said I thought it was a little bit weird, the obsession on TikTok with this trial. Specifically the way people were recreating Amber Heard's testimony, where she was talking about alleged abuse, and people were like recreating it with their dog or whatever. And I was like, I think that's a weird thing to do. And I just had people in my mentions being like, but she's the worst. Oh my God, do you not know what she did? But Amber Heard, it's like, guys, I know what the trial's about. I can't get away from it. It's literally inescapable. Like, I know what's been alleged. I'm just saying, regardless of who is guilty or innocent, regardless of any of the facts of the trial, the way that you people are handling this trial is unhealthy and weird, even if it's alleged abuse, even if it's abuse that turns out never even happened. Someone's talking about abuse and you're making cringe meme compilations of that? That's a weird way to spend your time. And I look forward to all of you getting in my mentions this week. Our second story, James Charles has responded to accusations that he cut off his penis. James tweeted, quote, "When people ask me if I cut it off, here's your answer, along with this picture." And I think we can all agree, this picture answers everything. You know, they say a picture paints 1,000 words. Well, this is a whole damn symphony. A symphony of words. What's got more words in it than a symphony? I challenge you to answer. This photo's got it all. The weird framing where most of it is sky, the strange position, the fact he has his hands on his trousers.
And up his butt.
And up his bum. Everything is completely clear. Sorted. Also, was anyone accusing him of cutting off his penis? Where's the bulge, sis? And he was like, I'll show them. Let me get in the weirdest position of all time. Take a picture. And finally, Trisha Paytas has been slammed for making comments about how they want to send their child to a private school because they think that will help the child avoid the constant school shootings that have plagued the United States for at least my entire life. Trisha tweeted, quote, "No public schools for my child. I'll tell you that. The government needs to do more to help keep kids safe, but they haven't done anything, and this has been going on too regularly since Columbine 1999. Heartbreak emoji, referencing the Columbine tragedy, which was a school shooting. Now, this was immediately criticised, first of all, for the way it centres Trish in this conversation. This was, at the time, an unfolding tragedy, and Trisha was like, you know what we need to be talking about? The fact that I'm not sending my kid to one of those public schools. But second of all, it was criticised for the just sort of general naivety of thinking that if you're not at a public school, you're safe from gun violence in America. I mean, if you're at a mall, or a concert, or a subway, or just on the street, you're probably at risk. Just the casual implication of like, well, I'll send my kids to private school, so they deserve to live. Unlike all the people in public schools who apparently she's like, well, they'll die and that's not my problem. And that seems incredibly dark. And then Trisha posted this video sort of apologizing and being like, oh, that was a poor choice of words, but also doing the very American thing of being like, but what can we do? There's just no way to solve this, guys. Thoughts and prayers, guys. Nothing we can do. And then like every other industrialized country in the world is like, we don't have mass shootings at all because we had common sense gun control. And then the Americans are like, Well, we can't do that. That's insane. It's much more sensible to just let children die over and over again. And then whenever you bring this up, Americans are always like, yeah, but in the UK you have stabbings. The number of people who are killed in a stabbing does not even touch the number of people who died to gun violence in the United States. So this thing that was like, oh, in the UK you've got stabbings and bombs and people driving cars through people. All three of those things have happened in the United States, I think within the last year, plus the mass shootings. It's not great. I know it makes a lot of people in the United States sad. I don't want to be patronizing. I know statistically most Americans support common sense gun control, but it makes people outside of the US incredibly depressed as well. It's sad to see these stories happening time and time again. Anyway, in conclusion, Trisha Paytas, easy now. So there we go, there's an episode where we've got the gun people will come for me, the Amber Heard people will come for me, and probably the James Charles penis truthers will be coming for me. And I think they're the most fanatical group of all. But that's just the brave work you do as a YouTube news guy. Do I deserve a medal? Yes. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this has been YouTuber News, which airs every week on the YouTuber News YouTube channel and also on Snapchat Discover. If you haven't already, subscribe by swiping up on the last snap of this story if you're on Snapchat, or hitting subscribe if you're on YouTube to be the first to get all the latest YouTube and online news. I'll be back next week with a special edition of What Happened To, I believe? Our super popular brand new show, What Happened To, where we talk about famous YouTubers who suddenly disappeared. Till then, have a great week, look after yourselves, and the next time I see you will be in week 68 of this goddamn trial with no end in sight.